everyone, it's Gail. I am in mode of making some fun things, and I actually have I actually did an hour-long craft with me, and the whole darn thing I was out of camera. So I just deleted it, and I said, oh well, because I'm going to make some more of these. So these little things, these three are completely done. I've added like little flower, little button embellishments to these three. And these 10 I made in my hour video. So couple things about this. I wanted to give credit for my inspiration, and so let me put this in front of the camera if I can. So Jessica Rapp, 2 Silver Oranges, and Care Heart. I have been watching Jessica Rapp's videos for a little bit here, and I really enjoy her her style. She's all about, you know, kind of doing it the easy way and that kind of thing, and being not too fussy about things. And she then on this particular project recommended Care Heart's video too. Care Heart did some Christmas ones, and Jessica's were more like this, that were just general. So they call this little project clusters, and I wanted to do some while my journal I'm working on was drying, and so I did these 10, and they haven't been totally embellished. I'm going to get into the technique, which is what drew this to me in the first place. Let me pick these ones up. The thing I wanted to show you first is how I intend on using these. So let's take this one for instance, and I'm going to pull it up. Sorry, I have a message on my screen and I can't see. Okay. And I just wanted you to see it up close. But in this little one, it's about, let's see here, it's about maybe 3 inches by a couple inches. Of course, you can make them any size. But I was thinking about what to do with these, and just thinking that they would make, okay, I'm going to be obsessive about watching to see if I'm in the camera since I already did this video once. Anyway, so like you can put them on a guest check, and if you just glue around here, then you could tuck in there, or it could just be an embellishment. So that's an idea. You could use them just on a small tag. You could really, you know, if the tag was maybe colored up or something, and you just could plop that in the middle, and you've got a decorated tag. For like a large shipping tag, you could just put it down here in the corner, and once again use it as a tuck if you just glued those edges or whatever. And then I have these blank index cards, and I was thinking if I put it on the side there, that would be a super cute little embellishment, and or if I glue around like that, I could slip something in there. So, and then I also thought you could use them, you know, to embellish a sack. Then the other thing, you know me, I'm always trying to figure out ways to use up my project life cards. So I was thinking you could also just embellish those and have those be, you know, a little pocket. So then the other thing that I thought about was these paper clips that Paula Furter makes out of tickets, that you could just glue it on the back, and you've kind of got a ready-made clip that way. And then when I was making the last video, I had the brilliant idea of these are some envelopes I have ready to do in the style of Tracy Fox, and so I'll put some just coffee dyed paper right here, but then you could use this as your embellishment on that envelope too. So I think there's about a zillion ways to use them, and I'm super excited to make them up. So let's make one, and I'll go through the process with you and tell you why I'm so excited about it and everything. So, let me tell you what I have on my desk to work with first. That might be a good thing. So I've got my tiny rectangles here, all my scraps of paper that are just, you know, all sorts of random scraps here. Then I've got my sandwich bag box full of tiny scraps. That is a big old mess from doing those last ones, but I've got that. Then I brought all 4 of my bags of embellishments here. I brought all of those out because I wasn't sure what I'd want to work with on my little clusters. Then I brought over also, I brought some die cuts over. And then I brought a big sack of stamps, and then my favorite stamps are in there. So those 2 things to work with. And then also I have some snippets, just fabric and lace and stuff. I just brought over 1 tub of those. I have my distress ink. I have my tiny attacher, which is going to be very important in a minute. And then I brought over some tickets as well, in case I wanted to use those at all. These 2 are from Denise at A Tattered Dream, and these are just others that I had in my stash. Okay, so let me tell you about this. Okay, so I'm just gonna, first of all, round the corners on this, because I don't know, for whatever reason, that just makes me a little happier, and I think I'll distress around the edges. And then I will show you this technique. Now this, the gals talked a lot about just letting go and just you know, grabbing things and putting them on, and basically not overthinking what you're doing here. And so that's always a challenge for me, so I'm kind of excited to have something to practice on that way. Okay, let me just make sure I'm in camera. I backed out my camera a little bit, and so I will hold these up like this when I'm done, so that, you know, so you can see. But gosh, the whole thing, I was up like at the top of my camera and showing you like half of the thing that I was working on. It was like, okay, this isn't good. Okay, I like that piece. I'm just gonna, I don't like the little, I'm just grabbing. I'm trying not to overthink, as she said. These are awesome. These were some, they were in a paper pad, and I use them as belly bands, but they're really kind of fun to use for this project too. I like that one. So just grabbing out some stuff to maybe work with here, out of my sandwich bag box. Oh yeah, I think I want to do a little organizing of my scraps based on this technique, because as I was working on the last video, I came across these 4 pieces of paper, and they'll make nice bases. And so we'll talk a little more about the base of these as we go along too. So I don't know, just grabbing out a few things and seeing what just jumps in my hand out of the box. Okay, all right. Well, let's go for it. Okay, well, I have this doily that is definitely seen better days. And so I think I might. So here's the technique. I guess I should tell you that. Gosh, I'm not going to remember what I said in the last one and what I'm saying in this one. So they challenged themselves to do like 5 pieces on a particular cluster. And what you do is you kind of get it all straight and you kind of hold it with your thumb and just kind of either visually or with your thumb think about where you're going to put one staple. And so it's like 5 pieces layered on, 1 staple, boom, done. How cool is that, right? I love it. And so anyway, I think it's just, it's a fun way to use up your scraps, and it's just going to be a cool way to just to go along here. And I don't know, that's 5 or 6, but whatever. And so my staple spot's going to be right here. I'm going to pull out this doily a little bit so it shows a little bit more. Put that, and then I pulled out, last time I pulled out a few little pictures and stuff from my stash that I thought I might like to use as more or less a little focal point. This is just a Tim Holtz. That's kind of cute, isn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then you take your Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I'm trying to decide where to attach so that I don't go through their brains. Okay, there, and that's done. Except that, I might want to, put a little flower on it or a little button or something. But the base is done. And so it's just as simple as that. And you guys, I have to thank Jessica specifically for this inspiration, because I'm so excited about this, because tomorrow I go to the doctor and find out when they're doing surgery on my right shoulder. And I'm right-handed, and I'm going to be in a sling for 6 months, and then they say 6 weeks, a sling, and then they say 6 months or so to rehab. So I'm not sure what it's going to do to my crafting, and I'm totally freaked out about not being able to craft, but I need to get it done because it's been hurting for over a year. So need to do it. But I was thinking that this is possibly a project that if I only just have to hold something and hold the pieces on, and that maybe I could figure out with my left hand that is, not very smart. But if I can figure out how to staple it, I might be able to hold this close into my body in the sling and staple. So, I'm not worried about being cut open. I'm not worried about the pain. I'm worried about how am I going to craft with this arm. I'm hoping you guys can relate, because, it's just what I love to do, and I'm so sad that I'm going to be out of commission for a little bit. Okay, so that's why I'm so excited about this, and I'll probably have like 500 of these things made. I'll never have to make them again after sitting on the couch and just being I'm not good at that, you guys. I'm always on the go, and so it's like, okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so there is our finished one. Okay, let's do another one. How about? Okay, I think I'm gonna use, I don't know. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. So I used a scrap of paper for the base of this one, right? Okay, well, another thing you can do is like some of my stamps are on, are on pretty big pieces of letter. Like this is a big one, and this one, and so you can just use that as your base. So let's do this one. Let's just kind of figure out what we want to do here on this guy. Maybe we'll use some fabric on this one. I think I have a little, oh yeah, this is a good piece. Only maybe we'll cut it in half and have it for two of our clusters. Okay. I don't want to totally cover up the stamps is my thing, but so I don't know. Maybe I want to go on this side, but I like that red stamp. So maybe I want to go here because this stamp is all covered up kind of with the, yeah, I think if I make my little thing right here will be good. Okay, so what else do we want to put on this? This kind of goes with the fabric we're using. This is just a little piece left over of what is it? Wrapping paper. Okay, let's see, what else do we want to put? Maybe I could do a little lace across there. Let's do that. Again, you're not supposed to overthink, and oh man, that's tough for me. I'll be like, oh, it looks better here, it looks better there, whatever, but you're supposed to just kind of grab and find stuff and just layer it on, and that is just, it's tough for me. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, and I'm trying to decide what might be fun to have more or less as a focal point there. Oh, this little pink butterfly. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Look at that. Just like that, one's done. I'm just going to go right through the body of the butterfly. Perfect, right? And that's just kind of fun. Now we can ink around the edges, and on some of the ones I did before, I did ink some of the, the layer elements too. But yeah, so we'll just give that a little ink up. And I think I might want to ink the little edges of this butterfly too, which would have, of course, been easier before it was attached, but never been known to do things the easy way. So, yeah, cute, right? What do you think? So that's using the a little different base. And you know what I was thinking is somewhere over in my scraps, I just have to turn around here. I thought I had a bunch of cardstock. I do, but it's a little small, I think, to use. It's this one. Ugh. Okay, I just found this one, and I really like that. I actually think we're going to just cut this part off. Throw that in the little scrap bin. That's almost the size that it could be a pocket, isn't it? And a couple of these I did do as pockets. This one and this one I thought would be good pockets. Yeah, I mean, I think those would be good pockets, and this is a little thinner, but not too much. So, and then if you do that, then you can use a few of your, of your bigger scraps, which is kind of handy too. You know what? I have some tissue paper back here. This would be a good way to use it too. Ooh, look at all these little pieces of tissue paper. And they're, you know, they're bigger pieces, so that might be a good way to use those. Yeah, I'm feeling like I really need to organize my scraps better for this whole process. But we'll just gonna pull out a couple. There's a Tim Holtzy piece that might be good too. Okay, so I've also got this random thing of scraps. Now music paper would be fun. Some of this would be fun. So I'm thinking you don't always have to use little bitty pieces. You could use, you know, pull pieces off of your, just whatever scraps you have, and then you're using them up. But that's the main thing, right? So I just wanted to dig through here and see if there was anything like that. Okay, I found a couple things that I want to work with. I know I'm not staying on task with what I picked out, but you know, just bouncing around. I am going to do this though. Now that can be the base of one, so I'm making a little stack of those over there, but see, I kind of like that. So one on the top. So once we get there, I found this piece, which I love. This piece of paper, I loved this paper pack. Or maybe it was just single papers, but I thought that would be a nice base too. And so then these can be pieces that we use in the collage or the cluster. Sorry girls, I used the wrong terminology. I'm actually going to ink around this card too. Yeah, I have really enjoyed Jessica Rapp's channel. I have it on sometimes in my craft room while I'm working on stuff, and I love how organized she is. It just cracks me up because I've been accused of being overly organized myself. So I'm going to put the staple. Oh my gosh, where was that word? Right there. I'm just going to tear down this, hopefully. Well, that's going to come in bits and pieces, isn't it? So this is a sack, craft sack that I just stamped all over, and it makes good collage kind of pieces. Well, I wanted that to go a lot smoother than it did. I just kind of want to get it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so just thought this might be something fun to put on these. That one kind of makes that one blend in, but I guess that's okay. Okay, I'm going to put those big pieces because I think I'll use those a lot. Okay, so let's think about this because we're going to want some kind of in the back of it. Like that-ish. That I don't love. Okay, I need a piece that can go behind this butterfly that I like. So, let's look at this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this off. And then it's another base. They've got me thinking in different terms than I was before. like that. Where do I like that? And what's it missing? It's missing something. I realize I'm overthinking, but I think I need like a little bright color, like right about here. See, that makes me happier. And we're ready to staple. So I don't know, you guys. We'll see if I'm able to do this with one hand. Oh, so, you know, theoretically you're supposed to use, think about using the one. Well, I'm going to put another staple up here just because otherwise that's going to be flapping around. So that's awesome. Actually, I'm going to put one right here too. Okay, so while I have the idea, which is just striking me right now, I'm going to put one other thing on this one, which is, I think, in here, in this bag of goodies. I want to put one of these, I don't know what color I want, maybe a lighter color, I'm guessing, from how that looked. Yeah. Cute, right? I'll hold it up as soon as I get that in, but I'm just gonna staple that on the body of the butterfly again. And then I can put some rhinestones or something down there when I'm embellishing these, but cute, right? Yeah. I just think this is so much fun. So much fun. Okay, I'm kind of over any of these. I don't know, maybe this little girl. She might be cute on something. Let's do her, but then I'm going to get rid of these ones because they're in my way and I'm not wanting to use them. So, put these ladies away wherever they went. Nope, that's Tim Holtz. That's not where. It's like, which bag is it in? I'm not sure which one. It must be this one. Of course, it's the last one I look in. You know that's going to happen. I thought it was in here, but I don't know. Isn't this fun, you guys? This has to be the one that it was in, because this is what, yep, right here. I knew it was here somewhere. All the hours and hours of cutting all these things out. I'm sure you guys have stashes like that too. But, okay, I am thinking, is this my one with the words? Or was this one? It's this one. I'm going to have that on top because I might want to put a word with her, put some words with her. Okay, let's find some papers to go with her. These are kind of awesome. Don't really want the part that has the hole in it. So okay, let's use this. Maybe over a little bit. And what else do we have? I left out my Tim Holtz people. That's okay. How about some fabric? And I want that down a little further. So the paper shows a little bit. And How about some cheesecloth? Yes. Maybe we'll put it like this. I'm thinking our staple's going to need to go right on the edge of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. She could be 5. Okay, I'm rethinking because she's a little long and she's just on flimsy paper. I think I'm gonna go this way with her. Maybe let's do this at an angle so that more of it shows. I don't know what's bugging me about this. I think it's maybe that it's just a little too perfect. I'm overthinking, can you tell? I stop talking when I start thinking, and I'm not supposed to be doing that. Oh. I like this better with the roses. Yes, I do. I might have to cheat and use an extra staple on this one. I feel like it needs some like text or something. Ooh, here's a fun one. It's even colored. Oh yeah, that makes me happier. Okay. Sorry, I keep licking my fingers. That is kind of gross, sorry. Okay. So, yep, I'm going to cheat and use more staples on this, but it's a big picture, and so she might get funky if I don't get her stapled down. So I'm just going to staple it on all the edges. And then I'll probably come back and maybe put like a little flower right there or something. Kind of want a little, what right there? A little lace or something. So being as this is your own project, you don't have to stick with the rules. But I love the simplicity. See, I got way too sucked into this one already. But I love the simplicity of Jessica's, just like hold it with one hand and do the 5 layers, you know. So let's see, how many minutes are we? 33. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop things up, get my scraps put away. And what I think I'd like to do is do a little embellishing on these just to show you the second step. But seriously, don't do what I did and make this more complicated than it needs to be, because it doesn't have to be. It's really, I'm grabbing some stuff. Really, it's just adding 5 pieces and stapling is what it's supposed to be. It's just Gail that that tends to overthink and overdo and whatever. So I don't know. I just grabbed a couple of flowers. Actually, maybe I'll grab this one too. Need to find a better holder for that. They're starting to fall out. Okay, this one is way full. Okay, here's just some things to embellish with. So, as you saw on these, I did buttons on these two, and then I did a little flower on that one. And so that's just kind of, I think I guess I'd call it the finishing touch before it's done. So I'm just gonna grab, I have my little tiny ball of twine in case I want bows in my buttons. Okay, so I'm going to start with the ones that I really want to use in this journal that I'm working on right now. Okay, so this was the base that I made with the 5 layers. And I was really cooking along when I was doing these with not overthinking it. So those were pretty good ones. But I want something right there. It might not be a flower or anything. It might be, let's look at our Tim Holtz people and see, or something like that. These teeny weeny tiny people are, I don't use the little tiny ones very much. So look at that. That's cute with the 2 little girls. Yeah, I love that. And my journal is, the vintage book is Helen's Kids, and so, or Helen's Babies, sorry, Helen's Babies. And so some kid type ephemera is perfect. Okay, so that one I'm calling done. And that is going to be in my book. Okay, and then this one too. Look at her. Oh, she just makes me laugh. But I feel like she needs a flower or something. She needs something. She's so cute. I also think I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and glue her on the edges because she is just on copy paper. She's not staying down very well, and so I just want to make sure she does. So we'll just give her a little bit of glue. So like I say, no rules. You know, the strategy though is to get rid of your scraps and just layer them up and go for it. And then I don't know, I have some other flowers that I might like to use on her, and I've been trying to use them up. Look at that. Somehow I just know where things are in here. So yeah, these are some that I've already made, and I was wondering if there's one that would work with her. I'm going to go with the red because there is a lot of pops of red in my book. So now I just need to decide where to place it. Kind of like it right there with the, and it's this one has a brad in the middle, and I'm thinking about just poking it through because it makes it too bulky otherwise. See if I can, let's see. Let me just use my awl. I have to stand up. Excuse me if I'm in the camera. I'm just going to make a little hole here, and wow, that's thick with all those. It makes it pretty thick with all those layers. So, yeah, and then it's flatter. It's flatter for going in my book. Yeah, that's cute. Don't you think that's cute? I like that. Okay. So, so that one's done. Let me pull it up to the camera here. Okay. And then I'm thinking, okay, this one and this one. I wanted to use my book. So this was fun. I found in my die cuts. I know I got them from an Etsy seller, and I'm not sure who gave them to me, but or where I got them. Maybe I got them at Michael's or something. But these little bitty doilies. And so I just used one of those as one of the layers, and I really liked how that one turned out. So I don't know. She's pretty much done, isn't she? She's got kind of her focal point. I don't think she needs, you know what she needs is she needs a little bling. So I'm just going to grab this little extra these, and I'm thinking she only needs 3, but I think I'll just put those right at her belt, and that just gives her a little something. Strings from the Faber-Tac. Oh. Okay, spread that around a little. There we go. Yeah, that's just kind of cute, and it covers up the staple. Okay, so there's that one, and I think she'll be more on a tag or something like that. So there's that one. And then there was this one. I have to come back up here. I'm getting messages and I can't see what's going on here. Okay, so this one, what do we want with this one? I mean, she's cute the way she is. I could put something kind of under there. There's some cheesecloth here, but I wonder if a little lace might not be nice there. I have this little snippet here. I want to put a little lace under her. Yeah, I think I do, and just kind of have it lay off the side like that. Let's go this way though. And then I can adhere her down a little bit more. I'm just going to use a stapler again. Okay, maybe I want to do a little bling on that too. Can never have too much, right? Yeah, I think you can have too much. Too much of a good thing isn't necessarily a good thing. But I think if I put that just down there, that's going to add a lot to that. So we'll do that. This makes me happy to have all these done. Oh, I so hope I can do these. I don't think I'll be able to do the embellishing part of them, but maybe I can get the bases of a bunch of them done while I'm on the couch watching endless Netflix on painkillers. Oh, jeez. Oh, can you tell I'm not wanting to do this? Okay, well, I like that. That came out well. Oops, where'd you go? Oh, I've got the low battery warning. So I can't close it from here. So I don't think. Maybe I can. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to take you off. Sorry, I had to take you out of the... So I'm low battery warning, so I better wrap this up. But so that's how this one turned out then. So I'm just going to show you real quick the ones we did. We did this base. And this one. And this one on the stamps. And this one. So, I mean, we've been at this for 45 minutes and we made what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we re-embellished 4. So, or added embellishment. So then I also had this one that I made before, and this one on the stamps. And this one, that was the first one I made, and it's a little plain. I think what I'm going to do is put glittery eyelash trim around that butterfly or something. This one, I thought this one was really cute. I like that one a lot. And this one, using one of the die cuts. And then this little one. So thanks everybody for crafting with me today. I'm sorry I'm running out of battery, but we will just chat with you next time. So thanks for watching. Bye bye everybody.